We're joined once again, we hope, by HISD Superintendent Richard Carranza on the phone. Richard, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
The most important thing that parents and students are probably wondering is how HISD schools fared. Are there any that were damaged by floodwaters, and if so, which ones?
Yeah, so we've had some damage to our facilities. So the rain has, as you know, subsided today. We haven't been able to even get to many of our school sites because of flooding. So we've finally been able to start getting to some of the sites. We've done walkthroughs at approximately 50 of our sites by now, and all 50 of them have sustained some semblance of damage, some of it very minimal, but some of it a little more structural. We have some roofs that have been impacted. We've had some flooding in some of our schools. But I think the most concerning part is that we have close to 300 schools and we've been able to get into about 50 of them. We're concerned about the schools we haven't even been able to get into because of the flooding yet. So it's looking pretty significant in terms of the impact on our facilities.
So you've only been able to get into 50 schools, and all of them have sustained some type of damage or took on some type of water because of the storm.
That's correct. Some minimal, some very minimal. So, for example, there are a couple of schools where the patios may have been flooded, but the water really hasn't entered into the building. We have some buildings where we've had water into maybe a classroom or an office area, but not actually sitting water. It's just kind of intruded and then come out. But it's all over the place. So we're trying to get into all of our buildings and do an assessment as quickly as possible, because obviously that'll be a big impact as to whether or not we'll be able to start school on September 5th, next Tuesday, as we had planned.
Mr. Carranza, I'm curious to know which of these 50 schools that you've seen so far, in which is the damage the worst? And what is the backup plan if, say, one of these schools is not inhabitable at the beginning of the school year?
Yeah, so the damage is pretty much all over the city. There isn't one particular area that's been hit hardest. At this point, what we're doing is we have multiple scenarios that we're working. So it is, once we know the full scope of what our school portfolio looks like, then we'll be able to make some decisions as to do we delay the start for another week? Do we have a rolling start where we have some schools that are in good condition can start, and then as we're able to fix and remediate the schools that have had some damage, we start adding schools back online? Or do we just even wait for a while? So again, it's hard to make those decisions only because we still haven't been able to do a full assessment of all of our facilities. Now that the rain has stopped and we're starting to see some of the water subside, our crews are working 24 hours a day to get in there and do those assessments.
And depending on how widespread the damage is, Mr. Carranza, would you all, is one of the options having schools combine and share space, you know, two or three schools?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the scenarios we're looking at is that if there's a school that is damaged and it's going to take more time, if there's a school that's in close proximity and has space, we can combine students and faculty while we're doing the remediation work. But obviously there's a lot that goes into that, because if you have a school that is severely damaged and it's going to take months to fix, you want to be able to be sure that you're going to have a learning environment for students and faculty that will be adequate for that amount of time. So there's still a lot of unknowns at this moment, and that's why we're working so hard to try to get an assessment of what our facilities are actually looking like.
And have you been in touch with TEA? I know there was some news as to what students can do or what their options are in terms of missed school because of the storm.
Yes, ma'am. So we've been in contact with the commissioner and the deputy commissioner of the Texas Education Agency. And the other thing is that there are approximately 17 school districts in the greater Houston area. So we are all connected together. We're meeting by phone every night and coordinating. So it's not just like HISD is the only school district affected. There's 17 of us. So we are working together in terms of our communication with the commissioner and the TEA around this particular issue.
Yeah, and speaking of that communication, I know you've only been in a tiny fraction of the number of schools you all have, but have you all been able to assemble, well, you have your own list. Have you been able to get that list out to parents and anybody out in the public who wants to know which schools so far you've inspected and have found some level of flooding?
Yeah, not quite yet. So what we're doing is as we're doing our assessments, we're obviously we're compiling a report. We're reaching out to school principals to let them know, at least preliminarily, what that's looking like. We want to wait to be able to do that until we have the full scope of what the school facilities are looking like. And again, today really truly is the first day that we've actually been able to get into some schools because of the water. The water has subsided in some areas, and it hasn't been raining and maybe making it worse.
Yeah, Mr. Carranza, I want to ask you this. So many of our school districts in Texas are cash strapped right now. How do you imagine some of this damage in the financial sense is going to impact the district and therefore students?
Well, there's a couple of aspects to that question. First and foremost, we want to make sure that the TA is going to work with us around attendance, because obviously students aren't in school. We're not accumulating attendance. So that's one of the conversations with TA. But, you know, we have a reserve of funds, and so we will draw upon those reserves and bring to the Board of Education some expenditures to make sure that we can get school up and running, and that we will have facilities and environments that are conducive to learning for our students and conducive to teaching for our faculty. So we have some resources that are emergency rainy day funds, but then also we know that FEMA now is involved with mitigation. We know the state of Texas has some funding that they're going to be looking at. So we're going to be fully engaged with our insurance carriers, with FEMA, federal representatives, state representatives, so that as we're mitigating some of the effects of this natural disaster, we can get some funding to remediate the schools as well.
And Ms. Carranza, before we let you go, we know there are just concerned parents who are listening, and they want to know, they're concerned about the schedule that their kids are going to have, and if they're going to be able to start on time. And frankly, many parents who are counting on their kids going back to school, and they may need to make arrangements now for their kids to stay at home a little bit longer. How are you communicating with them even at this point? I know you still have many more inspections to go, but how are you communicating with them, letting them know what these next steps are?
So we have multiple modalities of communication. So obviously we have our district website that's up to date and being updated. That is being updated almost on an hourly basis. But we also are using our social media platforms. So we have a Facebook page. We also have a Twitter account for Houston ISD. I also have a personal Twitter or a professional Twitter that I use to update almost an hourly basis, and I'll give that now. It's HISD_SUPE. And I'm cranking out information as soon as I get that information as well. But we also just sent out a call to all of our families that I recorded today with current information. So we have multiple ways of getting the information out. I do want to say this, because families have been asking us about next Tuesday, September 5th. Mm-hmm. Again, we have committed that we will let our families know by this Thursday or Friday morning at the latest whether or not classes will resume on Tuesday, September 5th. The caveat that we've been talking about is that this is all dependent upon three things. Number one, what is the greater Houston transportation system going to look like? Because we don't want to put anybody in harm's way. So again, the roads need to be clear. They need to be safe. We have 216,000 students and 31,000 employees. We don't want to put them on the roads and make it even more complicated. Number two, we have to know how our facilities are and what condition they're at, so that we can actually put students and faculty back in those facilities. And number three, we also know that our faculty and our staff members have been affected by this tragedy. So, it makes no sense to get a building open if we don't have the staff that's prepared to come back. So those three Those 3 points are really important as we're doing our calculation as to when are we going to start the school year.
Yeah, you know what, Richard Carranza, HISD Superintendent, thank you so much. I know you guys have been posting regular updates, and you have a lot of work to do. You said you've only gotten to 50 schools out of 300, so lots of schools to survey. Thank you so much, and best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you for your help. Thanks.